Hi, I'm going to try to help new drivers figure out how to navigate, position themselves, and start to make a little bit of money after they get approved for the gig economy companies. We're talking Doordash, Grubhub, Instacart, Postmates, even Lyft. I've been a Lyft driver for 5 years. I've been with Postmates for 2.5 years, Doordash 2.5 years, Grubhub 2.5 years, Instacart 2.5 years. So I've been here for a minute. What I recommend to do first is to download the diner apps. Each company has a diner app, and it's really important to have this information at your hands and know what is open. Someone asked me, what is a diner app? So when somebody places an order with DoorDash, they download the app on their phone. This here is Grubhub. They download the app and then they place the order. When you go through this app, you can see what stores are actually open, so you know where you can position yourself to work. That's where they're going to send you for a call. If you don't know what's open, how do you know where to wait? And like right now, Christmas time, it gets oversaturated with drivers because everyone's trying to make some extra holiday money. Even during the pandemic, Instacart is always popping, DoorDash is always popping, Postmates is at the bottom. They pay the least, unfortunately. They give a good incentive to sign people on, but that's about it. I think they guarantee you a minimum of like $2.50 or $2. Can you imagine? I recommend the Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, Instacart, UberEATS. I have referral codes at the end of this video. Please use mine. This valuable information will help you, and you'll be able to make more money from it and do a better job and keep your rating up. The thing that will kill new drivers, or any driver, is your cancellation rate. That is more important than your acceptance rate. If you keep canceling orders, you're going to get deactivated right away. They don't want you. They don't want someone's going to take an order. It's like making a promise and breaking it. They don't want somebody doing that. So it's really important that you keep your commitments and you only accept orders that you can deliver. For example, if I'm in Royal Oak, I'm not going to accept an order for downtown Detroit because that's 15 minutes away. I recommend that going more than 5 to 8 minutes from where I'm at physically to where the restaurant is at. If I'm sitting at home, and I recommend working from home to start with if you can, especially with Lyft, unless you're not near any restaurants, then you need to position yourself where they're at. It doesn't matter where the diner is, it matters where the restaurant is, because you get paid from the restaurant to the diner. And not a lot of money, but at least it's better than nothing. You do get paid for waiting time after you check in. My other advice, never, ever, 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 ever pay with cash or your own credit card. Only pay with their credit card and their payment. Never pay for it out of your own pocket. You will not get reimbursed. They are not obligated to pay you back. Okay? Very important. You cannot ask for a tip. That's shady. It's give good service. Yes, my daughter, I've been saving up to buy her a bike. There you go. You didn't ask for a tip, but you kind of asked for a tip that way. If you get 4 seconds to pitch to somebody, and nowadays you just leave it on the doorstep. I would maybe leave a note. I mean, I'm that kind of person. So the other part is there's so many drivers right now. It's hard to know which one's popping. So your best bet is to have them running at the same time, if you can. That way, if you get an order, you close down the other apps and then go with the one that you got. And I would say the hierarchy is DoorDash and UberEATS at the top, then Grubhub by pay, Instacart, Postmates is at the bottom. They're literally the worst. And then I heard about GoPuff. It's like $2. Go puff yourself. Okay, another thing. If you do get a receipt from a store, that is Postmates or DoorDash, whatever property, is not the customer's property. I've seen people say that, oh, I'm just going to give it to the customer and say how horrible this company is. Why the F would you do that? Why would you do, I mean, why the fuck, literally, you're burning yourself at that point and you're killing your income. If you're going to do this job, you're just going to have to put on a happy face while you work and then turn it off after and be a bitch if you want. But when you're working, you got to give this great energy, happy, go, let's go. Yeah. I can't wait to get another order. These are the best customers in the whole wide world. You know, act like every person just gave you $100 tip. Who knows? Maybe they will, you know, maybe they won't. But at least you know you're doing the best you can and you gave the best you can. Again, to where we were at earlier, it's essential to have the diner apps for every company. So if you're delivering for Doordash, go to Doordash, go to the App Store. If this is an iPhone, you can go to Google Plus, Play, whatever. Type in Doordash, just type in Door, and it pops up. I already have it on my phone, so I don't have to install it. I have referral codes that you can use for each company, and they offer money incentive for new customers. So if you yourself have never used them, you can use that code, experience what you're going to be doing. That way, I know a lot of people apply, and they're like, I applied, and I got approved because I just got the email. You mean you applied like 3 minutes ago, and you just got the email, and you think you're ready to go do an order? No. All the gig economy companies do a background check, and most of them use Checker, CHEKR. It takes between, we'll say, 3 and 21 days. Postmates does everything backwards. You're going to get your card first and your bag. And a few days later, they'll finish the background check. So even if you get your credit card, if you log into the app and it won't let you log in yet, it's waiting for you to get approved. Go check your email and see if you got approved or maybe you got denied. You can get a free copy of your credit report from Checker after it's being used so you can dispute anything. Make sure your record is accurate. It's very important. I know someone personally who had something on his record reported as a 1st degree when it's a 3rd degree. And he got denied for everything except for DoorDash. So go call the courthouse and get it fixed. Write some letters, get it fixed if you have something that's not accurate. Or if they give you a shirt to wear it, or a hat. Wear comfortable shoes. And then if it's snowing, wear comfortable snow boots. Another thing that's really important, when you get an order, it's not a person like me sending you the order. It's literally just a computer not animated. When you get an order and it's like 24 minutes away, deny it, cherry pick it. Just before I apologize. But it's important. I mean, because you don't want to accept that order and then cancel it. Because if you do that, 10% or 20%, they will deactivate your account and you will no longer be able to work for that company anymore, period. Then they don't care. They're very strict about it. And they should be, because they're going to lose a customer. Now they got to try to find another driver to replace you. And the amount of time that it took to get the order and the customer's food's going to be late, they're going to be mad. There goes the tip. Not even there goes the tip. We could have lost a customer for life. If you think about it, especially in the pandemic, people aren't going out, so they could be ordering at least once a week. So, I mean, I used to deliver the same people all the time. I would say, here goes my furnace. For the restaurants you go to a lot, make a hot list. So that way you can, at certain times, days, it's going to be, it's going to be busy. Go wait there, because you've already been there. If you've already done 3 orders at that restaurant, that's where I would hang out. That would be my hot spot. I mean, unless you're on the other side of the country, delivering the order. And the funny thing, Postmates, speaking of around the country, Postmates is, you can do it anywhere in the United States. It's like Lyft. I mean, you could be, as long as there's a district and there's not laws against it, you could be in Illinois and do a Postmates order, or you could be a Lyft driver and do Lyft. Uber, you can only do in Michigan. Lyft, you can do anywhere. I have referral codes for passengers to get money up for the first ride for Lyft. I have a referral code for a new driver to get the incentive when you sign up for Lyft. I also have the referral cards for Instacart. Again, if you're going to use the service, you should know how it works, and you can get an incentive, a discount for using it the first time. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, right? Like almost 600 people, and I'm going to try and go through and cover some of the stuff that people brought up. You're more than welcome to join it. It is called Fleet Members, what's the name of it? Postmates Fleet Members of Michigan and Beyond. I will be changing the name because it's not just Postmates anymore. It's all gig economies. UberEATS, Doordash, Grubhub, Instacart, even Shipt if you want. That's fine. You can join if you're in Shipt. Any of them, even Roadie, you can join. So the one thing that I really love that these companies have done is they have the questions about COVID, and I just went through and did them through Instacart, and they ask, have you had a fever? Have you been in contact with somebody that's been sick? And you have to answer these questions honestly. You're not helping anybody if you're sick and you give it to somebody else. Please stay home. If you think for a second something is not right. Every college town slows down when the students are gone, and because there's not normal on-campus classes, demand is fizzled a lot. I would say probably 15-20%. There is students on campus. That would be the law students, the medical students, some staff, but nothing like football game days. That makes me so sad. Those are some of the best days of my life. They have face masks everywhere nowadays, so make sure you have one. If you use it over and over again, wash it. Get some soap, wash it in your sink, and let it rinse and let it dry overnight, and that way you have yourself a clean mask for the next day. You can't wear one mask for like weeks and never wash it. It needs to be washed like every day. Because you touch it, and do not let your nose pop out when you're wearing your mask when you're doing this job. You need to keep your face completely covered. Just gonna grab a mask. Of course I don't have one near me. All my masks are near the door. I wanted to go over the proper way to wear a face mask. You don't have to take your glasses off, but I will for this demonstration. You want the full loop to go behind your ears. So move your hair if you have hair like mine. Okay. So hopefully you have a little nose pinchy thing. Whatever face mask you have is fine. It doesn't have to be. Mine's N95. I got it from shopzmcrx.com. That's the little pharmacy at Harrison and Main Street in Royal Oak, my town. Okay, so this is the best way to wear a face mask. If you see, it's totally covered on my face. And if I breathe, my glasses are staying pretty clear. And I used to do it the other way, but what you really want to do is put your glasses ahead of the face mask, and that way you won't foam up or, get all foggy. Okay? And it's essential that when you're logged in to a gig economy job, that you are wearing a face mask from the time you accept an order. So you need to wear a mask when you walk into the restaurant the whole time, or up to the door, you get the food, you deliver it to the person. If you want to take it off after, you can. Every time you touch your mask, you could expose yourself, okay? So your best bet is just to leave it on and take it off at the end of the day. Stop making up excuses. Don't touch your nose. Don't hit your face. You should not be touching this mask. This is protecting you inside. It's keeping what you have away from the people outside. Maybe you're infected, right? Maybe they're infected. So you're just keeping yourself safe. Hopefully some kind of glasses too would help. Another tip that is very helpful, I do this with food delivery versus Lyft. Google is your best friend for GPS. It will give you right to the door. And number 2 step, you're going to love this one, write it down. Download Zillow, Zillow. That is the real estate app, and you can see what the building looks like. which helps because I usually work nights. And that way you can see, oh, it's the house with the tree right there, not the other one. And you know exactly what house it is. You don't have to guess, or apartment. And if you're, God forbid, if you're at an apartment, it's okay to message the customer and ask them what driveway to use, how do I get to your door. You don't want to waste a half hour trying to deliver an order for $4. You do not know how much you get paid before you take an order for Postmates. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can hear you bitching. That's the only company, and I don't know how they get away with it. They will not reimburse you for breaking the law of parking tickets. Make sure you park somewhere where you can park for 3 to 20 minutes, depending how long it takes you to get from door to door, your car door to that person's door. The cops will write you a ticket. A cop will tell you that you're fine, and then you come back and there's a ticket because they want the ticket. Especially right now with things. Shut up, puppet. Not turning the app until you're ready to work, and where you want to accept a call. They're going to give you a call. Let's say, who knows with these companies? It could be 3 minutes away. It could be 25 minutes away. And if I'm in an area I don't even want to work in, I'm not turning the app on. Just turn it off and wait till you get where you want to work. Sorry about the eyebrows. It's really important that you position yourself. Number one, if Holy Donuts is the only place open and it's late at night, then go stalk them. Go hang out near Holy Donuts because they're open late at night. If you don't want to do McDonald's orders, don't accept them. If you don't want to do a Chick-fil-A order, don't accept it. And if you don't want to do the other, what was the one that had the whole chicken sandwich going on? Anyways, I wouldn't accept the order from them. If you do have to cancel order, this is how I would do it. I would get in touch with them, call, text, however communication is through the company, and get permission to cancel. Because if you go and you keep canceling, you're going to get deactivated and you will not be able to work for that company anymore. Period. There's no way around that. You only have, let's say, an UberEATS bag or a Doordash bag and you're delivering Postmates, kind of hide the side that has the other company's name on it. Kind of tuck it in somehow. Just because they might say something about it being the wrong company. A lot of us deliver for multiple companies. Other thing is, you must keep the food in a bag. This should be a simple no-brainer. If you are delivering food, it needs to be delivered hot. Hot food needs to be delivered hot. Cold food needs to be delivered cold. Have 2 bags. 1 bag for hot, 1 bag for cold. That's how I did it. And then I kept the beverage holder. I kept an extra one from Tropical Smoothie, and I use that for all my beverages. So if I have a cold beverage or a smoothie or whatever, ice cream, I put it in that bag. I don't give them that part of it. I just hand them the drink because the carton is mine. And that way they get hot food and a cold beverage. And there goes my rating. My rating would go up. My food will be hot. The other thing I've been pondering about recently, because I keep seeing these posts about people saying their food's not delivered, and that comes back on the driver. What you could do, just run a 3-second video as you hand the food to the person or as you drop it off on their house. Right there, there's your proof they got their food. I mean, I have a dash cam in my car. I'm a Lyft driver. Like I said, sorry, I don't mean to repeat myself. But I've had a dash cam for over 4 years, and I would not work without one. I recently shipped something for UPS, and I took it to Advance Auto, and it disappeared. It was a $160 item I was returning, and I returned it 3 hours after it got delivered to my house, and I took it to that store. And then I called the guy, and I was like, where's the item at? And I don't know this person at all, and he's like, oh, it's shipped, or I can't find it. I'm like, well, y'all need to find it. I waited 5 days. And then he was like, oh, well, I called UPS, and I'm like, it came back to me in a different box. And it was damaged. So I don't know what the F was going on with that. That's bullshit. If you have to go to a downtown area, like Royal Oak, Detroit, anywhere where you have parking meters and all that, they will give you a ticket. Keep change in your car. I keep a container, a Ziploc bag with dimes, nickels, quarters in it, and I just shove them in the meter. No, I can't write that off for taxes, but I'm not giving a whole dollar, or whatever the minimum is, to use a credit card for a delivery. And then think about that when you're accepting an order. If it's Postmates, honestly, I wouldn't want to take an order for, we'll say, downtown Royal Oak. I mean, you don't know how much the tip is. You don't know till after. And that's literally the shadiest thing ever. And I think that's one thing that Uber will fix after they're done getting everything meshed together. I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. I know I did order, the lady ordered a vegan salad in an expensive restaurant, and it was probably like $15. Downtown Royal Oak, it was raining. I had to pay for parking. I mean, I had to walk for a bit. And they wanted me to leave it at the front desk, but there was no tip. I could like to confirm I have the right order. So I showed her the phone, and I had her maybe showed her my phone because I said, I just wanted to verify that this is your order. And she said yes. And I was like, okay. Wow. I thought to myself, wow. So, I mean, there was a few people there, and I wanted to make sure the right person got the order. Didn't see any vital information, but just confirmed the name. With Grubhub, I had 2 orders at Buffalo Wild Wings, and combined there were 2 good orders. It was like the final one of the night. I somehow twisted my knee. The next day I woke up, I had tore my meniscus. That's probably the worst pain I've ever had in my life, and I've had 3 back surgeries and a baby. Had to get the meniscus repaired. So a month later, okay, it's also August 8th, 2018, about 9:25ish of that year, I got my knee meniscus surgery. The pain was the same, and then it got worse. And I waited a year to see if things got better, and it got worse, and I had to get my left knee replaced, which I did in January, and I still need to get my right knee replaced now. But I can't because of the pandemic. And that was all while delivering. And no, I got nothing for it. Nothing for it. A bankruptcy. I got a bankruptcy for it last year. Let's go through the questions. You could not go to a customer's house after you deliver the food. Period. You can't contact the customer again after you leave, after you drop the order off. Your only communication with them is to give them the order and say thank you. You literally can't go do anything else. If they call you and say you forgot a beverage, you can't go running back with it. They need to contact Doordash or whatever, Grubhub, and then they will send another driver back. They're not going to have you go back to it. Somebody else is going to do it. Okay? Known. McDonald's, any company that has a drive-through and at night, like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Sonic is the worst, especially Royal Oak, they finally closed. They're going to have a backup. You have to wait in the drive-through. If there's 10 cars ahead of you, you don't get to go ahead of them because you're a DoorDash driver or whatever. No, you have to wait with everybody else. You got to figure 2 to 4 or 5 minutes per car, 10 cars, that's 50 minutes. Right? So probably not accept that order and let somebody else do it. You just had enough sense because I'm helping you right now. If you need live support with Postmates, that's a really tough one. I mean, you could email. I mean, unless someone's trying to kill you, you're not going to get an immediate response back. You could try the group, the Postmates, fleets members, drivers, blah, blah, my group. And one of us can try to help you. That's my best bet. I would say grab a chair when you're waiting, especially if it's warm outside. You can sit in a park or whatever near the restaurants and you're not burning gas. It's important you're not driving. If you're not working, if you're not delivering, you need to position yourself and wait. So grab something, bring stuff to do while you're waiting. Play games on your phone. Do you knit? Do you have homework? Can you text your loved one? Another thing is, these are solo missions. They are not insured to have somebody with you. You cannot bring somebody with you okay, Instacart. You cannot bring anybody with you when you're shopping or dropping off the order. I've actually had people with people when I've ordered food, and you can't do that. And then another woman, I tip cash. My bad. I used to tip cash. I no longer will tip cash, and this is why. Okay, maybe I will. But Instacart, I don't know, because I've used them 3, 4, 5 times myself because I got injured, like I said. The last time I ordered or I used them, I'm really disappointed. The woman did shopping for her own on my bill. $41 of stuff she added to my bill of things she bought for herself. Excuse me. Do not put anything on that bill that is not for that customer. You will get deactivated and you could be prosecuted, and they might want the money back as well. That would be theft. What that person did to me was theft, and as you can tell, I'm angry. I'm broke. I have no money right now. I don't have room to support somebody else's something. I gave her a $13 tip. I gave her a $13 cash tip, and she robbed me for $40. So I will no longer cash tip through Instacart. It's in the credit card only. So I'm just mortified by that. Everybody by now has downloaded all the diner apps through Grubhub, Doordash, Instacart, Postmates. Go through them and see all the restaurants that are available even when they're closed. So when you do work again, you can position yourself where you want to work. They put the stupid little arrows on for hotspots. And those are basically like chasing a rainbow. Keep running after it, it's not going to happen. So the busiest times are going to be like the weekends right now. Should be usually. Before the holiday, it was sick bonuses DoorDash was offering. Now everything's gotten a lot lower because, again, it's the holiday break, so you have a lot of people on. Just because you got your card, it does not mean that you got approved to deliver with Postmates. They send you the card and the bag immediately. Like as soon as you hit send, you get the email, their card is on the way. That could be there in 2 days. It might take them 3 to 21 days to get your background check. Because they're sending you to people's homes, they want to make sure that you're safe to be around. They don't want you to be prosecuted. They want to make sure that you have insurance because they're going to cover you through their insurance. Most important, you still need car insurance. You have to have car insurance. Their insurance is for them. It's not going to help you. So if something happens, you're on your own. It's a gig economy company. They don't give a shit. They really don't. Trust me. Didn't do one thing for my knee. Not sure if Postmates was compromised on December 2nd. You may want to change your password. You should do that once a year anyways. There's a Michigan COVID alert app right here. I highly recommend that you download this and keep this in your phone. Log in, open it, so that way if you are around somebody who has it, you'll be notified. And today's the first day that they are giving people the new vaccine. So hopefully we'll have an end in sight to the pandemic. Pretty amazing. Diner app, they don't pay attention where they said. For example, Lyft, I live about 34 minutes from the airport, give or take the traffic. I've gotten calls for the airport from home. At times when there's not many drivers and there's no way in hell I'm going to drive 34 minutes to make $4 is the minimum for Lyft, what I would make. Lyft is always looking for new drivers, always, always. Postmates has a market. You can go work. You could theoretically, probably more theoretically, you could go do Postmates in Vegas. I know they have it in Vegas, California. I know they have it there. I know the different laws there, but I'm pretty sure you could still do it there. Illinois, you could. And there's people that are killing it. Like I say, Uber's going to save Postmates. If they don't, they should just put them down. Yeah, this is some of the incentives going on in the summertime. Oh my God. This is for Lyft. Do not chase a surge. I know everyone's like, oh, there's a hot spot. It just popped up. Okay, here's the secret. Everybody got that same notification. So a flood of 10 million drivers just went there. And now the place you just left is hot. So when that happens, sit there and wait and watch and observe. A lot of learning is observing. It's like being quiet and listen in sales. Same thing. You want to make sure. I used to chase surges to come out that I was doing triple miles to and back, and then I'd come back for nothing. I would get there and the calls would be gone. And Lyft, last when I worked in March, December, they had the bonus boxes, and you don't chase those. Those come to you. So with Lyft, log on, and they personalized bonuses to me, my personalized from my driving history, is how they decide what you're going to get for the bonuses. They will still send you to a call 34 minutes away, or the furthest away I've gotten is like 45 minutes in Ann Arbor. 45 minutes away, I got a ping in Ann Arbor. I actually used to save the screenshots, and finally I stopped doing that. One other tip for delivery. Every single company has in their terms of service that your job is delivered to the door, period. And nowadays it's drop it off at the door and then walk away or on the porch. There's no reason for you to go inside someone's home, period. Or walk inside their yard. Literally, there's absolutely no reason for you to go inside someone's home. That's beyond your personal space and your job. Just put the stuff on the porch. You don't go inside, no matter what. It's not your monkey, it's not your circus. If somebody is a crappy tipper or no tipper, you're just going to have to bite the bullet, say thank you, act like you gave you $1 million and go on with your life. I would put a mental note about that person and try not to accept their order again in the future, if you can. I mean, it's really hard to do that, but if you do this job full time and start to learn, stuff like that will make sense. When Postmates launched in Michigan, I found them 2 days before they launched by accident. I was just trying to find a way to make extra money, and I helped build them to, I don't know what number they're at now, probably thousands, but they started out with me and maybe one or two other people, and then I'm a huge marketer in between that and Lyft. So, and I did that for nothing. A lot of customers, when I was driving Lyft, wanted to stop and get food, and I said, no, can you please order Postmates, UberEATS, or anything? I'm not stopping at Taco Bell for a $4 tip for an hour ride and have people throw up or destroy my car with food. Give anybody your Postmates or any of your credit card information. Somebody's saying that they're calling from corporate. I've had this happen, actually. I had it recorded, but I think it got deleted. This is more of an Uber thing, but it could happen with any company. The person called, and I just gotten the ping, and I was already familiar with the scam. They called and said, well, I need your account information so I can log in and verify your checking account with you. So they wanted me to give them my email, which I only use for my gig economy jobs. I recommend that. One email. Use other emails for everything else. Use one email only for your gig economy jobs. Use nothing else for it. And that way you know that you've not been compromised and you've not been hacked. So I wanted to clarify something. It is important to put money aside every week to pay your taxes. And then obviously you pay them quarterly or at the end of the year. Gig economy, especially delivery, is really hard to make enough money to pay taxes. But for those of us that do work more hours and understand the gig, we end up paying taxes. So please put money aside. Be proactive. If you file quarterly or yearly, just don't be surprised, because they do want to get paid the money. It's not a joke. Pay taxes through Postmates, highly unlikely. Keep your receipts for your gas and your car-related expenses and gig economy expenses. I use QuickBooks Self-Employed. Put all my receipt information in there. It goes through my checking account, my credit cards. It separates everything, categorizes them. It takes me about 30 minutes to do my taxes, and I itemize. Everybody else is driving, is sitting at 6 o'clock waiting for the dinner rush, and it's not busy. Try to think of another time that it's busy that everybody's not waiting. Because your best bet to make money is to find your niche. You know, like someplace that you know you can park, other people don't know. So that's what I did in Royal Oak. I had a couple little spots. I talked to some owners, made arrangements so I could park there. And then that way when I went into the orders, I could go park there. Otherwise, you can't park anywhere, or you have to pay for a meter. But I went through, talked, had written permission, had a copy of it, so I wouldn't get a ticket. And if you're only there for a couple minutes, you know, I'm not parked. I'm not going to park my car and go out. It's not that kind of situation. And that worked out really well for me. You could try that. You know, I mean, if you always go to Leo's Coney Island and there's a bookstore right next door and they close at 6, ask them if they mind. And they have signs that says tow away parking because of the bar life, the nightlife or whatever. Go inside, talk to the manager, ask them if they mind if you park there for a few minutes if you do deliveries. And then that way, mine was positioned near like 4 or 5 restaurants. I could park right there and go to any of them. Boom, in and out. It could be a Friday night, in and out, no problem. So it's the meter maids, I call them ninjas because they got those scooters and they're fast. I mean, they can write a ticket. I sit there and watch them one day. They're writing tickets in like 5 minutes. I just tap it in, spin it out, you know, print it and go. So those are the people you want to make friends with. Number 1, they're going to remember your plate. Number 2, if you are dumb enough to park somewhere, maybe just at one time they'll let you go. But at the same time, I have a video I posted of me arguing with the parking meter lady in Royal Oak. I think about it now and I guess I'm an idiot. But I just feel like I should go find her and apologize now after that. But I probably will. I didn't even think about it. It's been like 2 years. So the other parking meter guys, I was talking with, friendly, joking, just to even the place, you know, just because I live in a city, I work in a city, and I'm trying to get it where I'm on the right side of everything and not on the other side. So just be myself, be respectful. Oh my God, I should have said this first. But anyone that lasted this long deserves to know this. It's really important. You get your order, you walk into, let's say we're back into pre-COVID days. You get your order, you go to the restaurant. You don't walk up to the person, shove your bag in their face, and walk in front of everybody else. You wait your freaking turn. So if you walk up and there's 3 other Doordash drivers, Grubhub, whatever, wait a moment till they've been checked in, then do yours. But here's where the other part is really huge to remember. The places I go to a lot, and I try to because I know they're busy, I know where to park. Like I was saying earlier, get your hot list. And take care of the people that are giving you the orders. So friendly, talk to them, eye contact, take 2-3 minutes. Do you want me to tell you why? You can get your orders quicker. And when you come back, they're going to know your name. And all those other guys sitting there on their phones and blah, 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 they're going to walk up and give you your order and you can get the hell out of there and make your money. There's some tricks you can do to help. You can buy lottery tickets and just give them away as gifts. I did that. I know the day I twisted my knee, I gave the manager a B-dubs and a couple workers some lottery tickets because I was like my 3rd or 4th time there. So, I mean, let's say lottery ticket's $1, right? you buy 10 or 20 of them or 5 of them or 3 of them. Actually, I would, if I plan on working like 5, 6, 7 hours, I would definitely try to have $5 or $10 in lottery tickets, because not every time, right? It's like a random act of kindness. So let's say, and the manager is just because he had, I don't know what he had done. The funny thing is, by the time I got my 3rd order, it was fast. It was fast. And even at like Benihana's, that place can be a good 40, 50 minutes. I waited like 3, 4 minutes because I hooked her up. We're not required to tip out the delivery staff. Some delivery staff actually hates doing deliveries. Like let's say a server, because she's not getting paid for it. They actually resent us because they say we are stealing their tips. So that's the way around it. It's not required. And I don't actually give cash. I don't keep cash on me, number one. I don't want to get robbed. I don't. Oh my God, that's another thing. I know I dated someone who kept like $100, $500 on him, like an idiot. I don't know. I keep what I call mugger money, so I guess that's the $20 bill that you can, but I don't recommend having cash on you. Do not leave your car running. Do not leave your keys in your car. Postmates is the only company you can bring somebody with you. So if you have kids, as long as they're okay to be in, I guess you could bring them with you. Double check the terms of service. Doordash and another one. You can't bring somebody with you. You can't bring a party with you while you're delivering. It's just not going to happen. Have fun. Be a good person. Be a nice person. The moment you log on to work, you need to be happy. You need to think of something fun. Put on some music. Anything to make you happy and feel good. So you can be upbeat and positive. And then you can... It's my thing with Lyft. I treat every person like they're a rock star. So no matter who you are, no matter what you tip or don't tip, I'm treating you the best I could possibly treat you from the moment I meet you to the moment we exit. And I love to help people. I want someone to have a better day the moment they started conversing with me, then their day goes on. I don't want someone to have a worse day because they spent 2 minutes with me. I would feel horrible. I want to enlighten someone's day and make the rest of their week better. Maybe make the rest of their life better. You know what I mean? Anything. I know it sounds like a lot, but I shoot for the stars. I have a shit ton of other videos, wide variety of art, food, gaming. I'm going to have more help videos, longer, shorter, I don't know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Please, please, please use my referral codes. Again, I have a Postmates group, fleet members, Postmates, whatever. Hit me up on there if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to help you. I've had it for 2.5 years. There's almost 600 members. You have to be a driver. It's not a general public group. It's important that you dress professionally, but like in a delivery sense. So I'd say the most frustrating thing that I noticed when I'm out doing delivery jobs or out anywhere, people wearing these saggy ass sweatpants that are like gray and there's a hole in the ass, or their tits are hanging out. Okay, look, you're representing these businesses. You want people to give you a tip? Then you need to earn it. And not just delivery, you need to look professional. So maybe take a shower, cologne, perfume, clean clothes, no holes on your clothes. If you have such an attitude that this job sucks so bad, I'm not going to do it, then don't do it. Stay home. Somebody else will do the job and make the money. If you want to do this job, just because you don't go to an office and have someone say, hey, you know what, you need to leave and put something else on, doesn't mean you don't have enough brains to do it yourself. Wear stuff that would be considered professional. In the summer, obviously, a professional looking shorts, just some kind of black. Like when I say khakis or jeans, as long as the jeans aren't holey or nasty looking, stained, ripped up. They need to be professional. I keep saying professional. Okay, if this was your company, how would you want people to dress? So I had a Buick Enclave, and I did black service with Lyft. It got repossessed, but anyways, because of that, I set myself higher, and I would wear a dress. Even when I did delivery, like I would do delivery during the day, and I would do Lyft at night. And I went to this one office, and it was like those people that thought they were better than other people. Well, the thing is, I walked in and I was dressed to the nine. Funny thing is, the woman's like, "Are you applying for a job?" I said, "No, I have your DoorDash order." The look on her face, because I was dressed better than her. It was, I wish I had a body cam. Definitely considering one of those in the future for my protection. Plus, you can show someone got their food. There's the other way to read that thing we were talking about earlier. People will treat you how you want to be treated. You have a bad attitude. "Oh, I hate this job. My girlfriend broke up with me. My dog's sick. My cat threw up. I don't know, my mom hates me." Stop making up excuses. Let those roll off and deal with that shit later, or just forget about it and grow up. Shit happens to everybody every day. It's just part of life. Take some time off. Let it roll off. I've been a Twitch streamer since summer. I just took a month off because I had to get my shit together. So it's fine. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. And whatever, I'll work again and get the people back. It's the same thing with the gig economy. If you have such an attitude, you can't do it positivity, then you need to take a break. There's other people that will do the job that have that energy. And when I'm out there doing the gig economy, I talk to the other drivers because I want to know what's going on in their heads. At the beginning, it was like, "Have you ever heard of Postmates?" Nobody had. Now everybody has. So it's you got to feel your market. What we were talking about earlier about the restaurants. Be respectful of their property. I use the bathroom not every time, especially if you're doing a lot of deliveries, but I myself do use the bathroom at the restaurants. I know we're in the COVID world right now, and it's a whole different story. For that reason, you probably have to come up with a different game plan unless you've talked to them. Probably like Speedway, you can use the bathroom, places like that. It's the same as it was before. But you're not entitled to anything. You can't. I was sitting there waiting for an order. This guy walked in front of me, shoved his bag in the lady's face. She was so freaking mad. I just kept apologizing. "I'm so sorry. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything wrong." But I feel like we are all representing these companies. And if you want these companies to work with you and you want to get the tips, then you have to treat them well. Treat the people well. Treat the people how you want to be treated. Talk to the people the way you want to be spoken to. Respect the property, respect the people, the government laws and regulations. If you don't want to deal with parking in a downtown, then don't freaking work downtown. Don't accept that order if you don't want to deal with it. If you don't know how the parking is somewhere, here's my advice to you. Log off the app, go drive down that area, and look and see where you would actually park. And do you have money to park? No, you don't get reimbursed for it. You don't get receipts for meters for like 50 cents. So it's not even worth trying to do taxes or whatever. You can't prove it. I wouldn't park somewhere where it's a tow-away zone. They don't care. You can't leave your car parked on Main Street with your hazards blinking. Just put your Doordash sign in the window. It's not going to work. You're going to get a ticket and or towed. And it could be a couple tickets because that cop's going to be pissed. I see this happen a lot. I live in downtown Royal Oak. And the people will park Like, let's say the parking spots are taken, they'll park in Main Street on the actual road, leave their car there, go inside and get an order. I know at B-Dubs, these people had to wait a while for the order, and I realized the driver before me, he got a ticket. And that's why he left and he didn't deliver the order. Because the cops are very diligent in an area where he stopped to park, and they're all over it. I mean, you can wait there for 3, 4, 5 minutes. In that situation, I mean, even if you're sitting in your car, if they want to give you a ticket, they're going to give you a ticket. They don't care. Trust me, they don't care. They, like I said, you can ask them, is this a safe place to park? You leave and they give you a ticket. That happened to us in Toronto. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.